How am I supposed to live without AirDrop?
How does that make you feel, living without AirDrop?
So scared. It's a world that's so unknown to me.
Why are creators giving up on the MacBook? We are talking about MacBooks. This is the 2017 MacBook Pro. I think the same as yours, Chris, right?
Yeah, I think it's a 2016 or 2017,
Yeah.
something like that.
Touch bar, 7th gen, i7, and then you got the 2014? 2015?
Yes.
I will say, this MacBook with the ports, okay, people, the ports, is the best MacBook iteration since, it was 2012 through 2015.
Yeah.
Such a great MacBook, but I think that they're kind of going downhill, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So these are my very creative friends, Chris and Lizzie. I'm gonna let them tell you a little bit about themselves.
Hey, my name is Chris, and this is Lizzie. She is my
name is
fiance.
Lizzie. I am.
We also own a business together. We run a video production and marketing agency. We produce a lot of commercial content for companies like Mercedes-Benz, Corona, things like that, and we do a lot of creative things.
We're both creatives, we're both YouTubers, and we're constantly busy and using these things like crazy.
Chris, you said something interesting earlier on just how are you feeling differently about Apple?
I just think it's interesting. There's just a sense of a vibe that's going on right now between the YouTube videos that you see, the lack of marketing for computers like this, like the MacBook. I just am in a position right now for the first time in my entire life where I'm actually thinking about switching to a different computer, a different operating system. And for my entire life, I've been ingrained in Apple and the MacBook. And just the fact that I'm even thinking about it says a lot, I think.
Right,
yeah.
right. To give some context, if you are a first-time viewer here on the Sara Peachy YouTube channel, this 2016 MacBook Pro is kind of what sent me over the edge. So I've been using the Dell XPS 159570 for all of my video needs, and I've liked it a lot. But I have a lot of friends lately that are like, I'm feeling what you've been feeling. And my biggest thing is if you don't travel, getting an iMac or a PC tower is gonna be the biggest bang for your buck.
Yep.
A lot of times, laptops period just cannot cool properly the power that you need. So maybe we'll get into that. But Lizzie, you got an upgrade that you're thinking about, right?
Yeah, so Chris and I just bought our first home, which comes with an office space, which we're super excited about. And as we mentioned, we travel all the time. So that's why a laptop made the most sense for us. Mm-hmm. But now, especially because this is a 2014 edition, I need something new.
So we're gonna sit and chat just a little bit. Maybe if you have any questions, because I've been doing so many laptop reviews lately and so much digging into this kind of Mac versus PC thing. And I think they really truly are the ideal people that Apple should be paying attention to.
Yep.
Yes,
but when
us.
but when iPhone sales are 60% of your profit, prosumer creative tools kind of get left behind.
I spent so much money on something that should be rock solid, reliable. At that price point,
You
this
upgraded
thing,
it to 4K, right?
Yeah.
$4,000.
Yeah.
This is
I dropped. We work as creatives, which is very difficult in that field to even start to make money. So we raised a certain amount of money. Okay, I'm gonna invest in something that should be rock solid, reliable. And can you believe it? The H key stopped working. My last name is How. H. I can't even write to sign off of emails. I just wrote Tris.
You can't write hi.
Ow.
Yeah, and there's so much frustration even beyond the keyboard, the touch bar being honestly kind of pointless. There's some cool stuff that musicians are doing with it, but that kind of stuff, it's kind of gimmicky,
Yeah.
right?
It sort of just felt like a marketing scheme,
Yeah.
and then they charged a ton of
Yeah.
money for it,
And-
then, sorry Chris, people bought into it, thinking
I
it was gonna be better,
bought into it.
and it just wasn't, and then here I am sitting with all my ports, nice and happy, you know?
The SD card, I
Yeah.
mean, the lack of ports, has it hurt you?
Oh, I saw the SD port there to and I was like, those days.
Triggered.
Those were the days.
Sort of feels like they're purposely leaving laptops behind and pushing us towards, working on iPads.
iPad Pro, super powerful. You have LumaFusion, which, I don't know about you guys, but I can't edit a full video on an iPad, right? I need those professional tools like Adobe Premiere. And when it comes to Premiere, you have CUDA processing, which actually, you know what, I'll get into that with you.
This had to go into repair for 3 days. I was out of a computer for 3 days. 3 days as a YouTuber, as a professional creative. is far too long. I don't even care that it was a free repair. They made a mistake and I don't like that. Just to fix the keyboard, that upset me a lot.
The other thing is when you put the dongle in on a certain side, the Wi-Fi is actually on a certain side of the laptop and it'll actually interfere with your Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, so slower internet, if not any internet at all. I've personally experienced that Google Chrome just cannot work on this laptop for whatever reason.
Well,
I don't know
say,
what is up.
For some context, Google Chrome is a very memory intensive program.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do make fun of it for that purpose. However, whatever laptop you're using, if it's a $4,000 spec'd out laptop, it should be able to run any internet browser, right?
It just felt like I didn't upgrade. Let's just put that. I had a 2014, I had the exact same one, and it literally felt like I just spent money and it was like a slightly thinner.
Apple has had a reputation of just working, and me personally, Mac OS is better. It's still better than Windows. It's easy to get around. And so if you do not travel, I would say hands down, get an iMac. There's still more room for the parts to properly cool. And then now with the latest update, you can have the 8th gen and 9th gen processors in there. But then you can also get a lot of value from a PC tower, because as I've been reviewing these PC laptops, it's still a journey to find a PC laptop, a Windows-based laptop that fits your needs, but it's cheaper and it's more powerful. And for Premiere users, it's better. And I'll tell you why.
Laptop therapy with Sara.
Lizzie,
Tell me how you feel.
it's just, I'm feeling really overwhelmed and it's just a lot. It's a big decision. I just don't know what the right choice is, and I didn't think I would be saying goodbye so soon.
Okay, Lizzie, you need a new computer. I think this can start a great conversation with these people who need a laptop upgrade, or maybe they need a desktop, and they can relate to you. You video queen.
Yes, so I edit all the time. All of the time.
In Premiere.
And so I need something that's gonna keep up, because me editing 4K footage right now is not happening.
Oh no. Oh no.
It is so painfully slow, and it's 100% affecting my process. So, and I'm also editing photos as well. I'm working in After Effects.
So I would 100% say this problem is for the people who use Adobe products, they love Adobe products, and they're struggling with their MacBook. If you are in the Apple ecosystem and you use Final Cut and you use only Apple products, that's the great thing about Apple, is if you use everything Apple, it's great and you're in your la la land. But with Premiere, because these PC laptops use NVIDIA graphics, you can have what's called CUDA processing, and that allows you to not only export quicker, but also render and scrub through your timeline way faster. It accelerates the graphics. You can only get that with NVIDIA graphics, and that's only gonna be in these Windows laptops. But you said something interesting where you're interested in getting a desktop?
Yes.
But you travel a lot though.
So we travel a lot, but now that we have our home, we just bought a home.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I will still need a laptop, but this is still, like, for the trips that we go on, I can survive on this for now.
Wow. The 2014 MacBook, you think? Yeah.
Surviving, but I definitely need a desktop now.
Something interesting with the new iMacs is you can get a really good all-in-one for actually a decent price with the latest processors. So if you need that 5K, 4K display, you're not connected to any other displays, so you don't need a lot of the versatility with other accessories. I would actually say that the iMacs are pretty good purchase, because you can upgrade to the 9th gen i7 or i9 in those, and you can upgrade the memory. However, this is why I would convince you on a PC tower. Okay, so the price point for these PC towers, once you add a really nice display, it'll probably be on par with an iMac. But I would argue for a PC tower, because you are a video editor, you are into very heavy creative stuff. NVIDIA, Intel, all of these people are constantly upgrading their processors and their graphics cards. Having an Origin PC, you literally just unscrew a few screws and you could very easily upgrade storage, upgrade your processors, upgrade graphics as they release their upgrades. So you're not gonna have to buy a new computer every 2 years. All you do is spend the extra few $100s and do the very easy upgrades. I know I'm talking a lot, but how do you feel about
Giving
that?
me a lot to think about, but I like the idea that I can customize it, you know, for my needs as I go along.
And there's so many good displays out there. Dell, LG, Samsung, you got the ultra wides.
I like
They're
the
crazy.
ultra wide. I'm not gonna.
I'm all
I can
about
do
that
have
ultra
so
wide
many
life.
things open, and honestly, because I'm wearing so many different hats throughout the day, I kind of need that.
So, would you call yourself more of a video person or a photographer?
Right now, it's honestly 50-50. And I kind of go back and forth.
The only reason why I asked you that is because I might ruffle some feathers here. But if you are more of a photographer, like a photographer and a designer, I would say it's still worth it to get a MacBook for those people. Because MacBook keyboard is trash, but their trackpad, I will say the number one thing that is the most frustrating about the Windows laptop game is all of the trash pads.
All of the trash pads. There's the statement.
There you go. All of the trackpads are trash. The XPS 15 was the best one that I tried out, and it wasn't just usable, it was actually enjoyable. But all the other ones I've tried out, if I was a photographer, if I was editing on the move and I had to use these trackpads, it would be a no-go. Because, I mean, what is your photography process? Do you do a lot of masking?
Definitely do. I do a lot of editing in Lightroom, but I am a lot more now than I used to, going into Photoshop and masking and doing a lot of detail work and a lot of retouching on skin and things like that. So I need to be precise. So I get what you're saying about the trackpad. And when I am traveling, usually that's what I'm doing is more photos than video editing. A lot of the video editing I'm doing at home.
That massive trackpad that the MacBook now has, that's really the only good upgrade that we got, is amazing. It feels so good. Apple, great job.
You did something right.
You did great, yeah. Regardless of your upgrade, it sounds like you might go to Windows land. Maybe you're gonna keep your Mac for your laptop stuff, but maybe you might get a desktop PC. Does abandoning the Apple ecosystem terrify you? Because iPhone all day. You got iMessage, you got AirDrop. What scares you?
I'm not gonna lie, that's the main thing holding me back because I got so used to it, and especially with iMessage, with AirDrop, you know, if I wanna post something really quick, then I can just AirDrop it to my phone. It's so easy, and now what am I gonna do?
Right, I know. So there are ways to set up your phone, set up SMS messaging with the PC, but the great thing about iMessage is just the sheer amount of data you can send over. That's insane. You can send 20 pictures full res to your friends without worrying about it. So I think the solution for that is, you know, Google Drive, Dropbox, Adobe Creative Cloud. There are a lot of file sharing services out there that can get you that lossless download to your phone to post to Instagram. So I know it's hard to let go, but at the end of the day, I think you're gonna save time with rendering times, with export times. Even though Premiere crashes a lot everywhere, I found it crashes less on my PC desktop and less on my XPS. So Lizzie, I wish you the bestest of luck on this journey.
Thank you.
And if you want to continue this party, guys, I did a video over on Lizzie's channel about photography. What did we chat about?
We talked about how to be a photographer on a budget.
Yeah. So that will be linked in the description below. And guys, some more laptop videos are gonna be hitting your faces soon. I took a little pause. This year will just be about reviewing new laptops and through the lens of you guys. What do you need? What are you curious about? So start a convo down in the comments below. And yeah, subscribe to both of us.
Yeah.
Pause. Subscribe. Check out my podcast, That Creative Life, because we actually did a podcast as well with Chris How?
Chris how?
Chris How?
Chris who? Chris
Chris
how?
Ha? Chris who?
So I'm gonna go shopping.
So you go shopping. There's so many things for you to check out and to think about. Let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week. And until next time, guys, stay peachy. Okay, bye.